What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys like that intro. One of my boys, G-Rad, made that. Not G-Rod, another G-Rad. He is an awesome editor. I asked him a while ago, I was like, you're so cool at what you do. Like, he said, like, he could make an intro, and I was like, you know what? I haven't used it on videos that you guys have seen, but I thought it was so good for a live. I thought I'd use it as that. I'll probably use the other one for interviews, so that's not going anywhere. But I thought this one's better for the Q&As that we do. So yeah, this is season 4 theory Q&A. Just so you're wondering, I did change the title because I didn't want to confuse people. Season 4 is not out yet, so we still got a lot to discuss. And I appreciate you guys, everybody coming in here. Strike First, what's up? Thanks for looking out. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I changed it yesterday, something came up. I appreciate you guys. Some of you have really invested in what I do, but so you gotta understand if something comes up, I'm gonna have to change the date. It's not a biggie. So just please understand that. And yeah. Strike First, you put it perfectly. Hope you're well and hope everyone's well. There's a lot to discuss. I haven't done this in a while. So if you guys got any new theories, ideas, I'd love to hear them. I've got a video I'm currently working on about an interview that Martin Cove and William Zabka had at a panel, and I will be posting that maybe tomorrow or maybe in a few hours if I can get it fully done. So let's just go and get straight into this. Who have we got? Who's the first question? I've finally been waiting for a stream for ages. Well, Salim, here you go. I'm here now. This is difficult. There's quite a few questions. Are you excited for Spider-Man and the Batman? Okay, before we get into Kobukai, I guess I should share my thoughts on this. I am very excited for both films, obviously, being a Marvel fan, and I really like Batman. He's the one character in DC I think that has kept alive that franchise. I think him and Superman need to be done better. Like, there's so much they need to do with them, and you can't neglect them too because they're like the main two. Imagine if like Marvel neglected Iron Man and Cap. It's like that. But yeah, the Batman trailer looks amazing. Check out The Chosen One. Him and I was on his channel and we did a reaction to all of that stuff. I mean, we did a breakdown after we saw the reaction on my other channel. So yeah, we did it with a bunch of the guys that feature on there. It's so fun. Do you think Terry Silva will pay the judges to have Kobukai win the tournament no matter what? Okay, I said this before, and this is a good Kobukai question to get into this. I think Terry Silva is going to cheat with the way he's got this power. I think there's definitely a chance he, does things that he didn't when he was working with Crease in Karate 3. I think he's going to have known a lot more during those 30 years. He's going to be more slick. He'll understand more of the business side and how it's evolved. I mean, Terry's a smart man, and look at the length he went to try and get back at Daniel and Johnny for what they put Crease through. He really wanted them to hurt. So if he's going to go and do that, I expect him to think, why don't I just do something with the judges? Why don't I try and... I feel like he's going to do something with the sport. And that concept of corruption in sport is, it's been there in the past with cheating, in real life. So to play on that concept, but to play it in a context where we have the tournament, the stakes are high, Terry's coming back to help him, and he goes and does this. Wow, that would be amazing. So that would be pretty badass. Next question. Do you think Kenny could leave Kobukai at some point? Listen, we don't know a lot on Kenny right now. I feel like he will either join Kobukai at first. I mean, he's joined Kobukai. We saw that in the teaser, but we don't know what's going on with him. We need to just see him in Kobukai. I mean, if he leaves so early in season 4, then, I mean, clearly it's like the Dimitri situation when, he realized Kobukai is not for him, but Miyagi-Do was. You know, it might be like that, but we'll see. Matt Barnes. I thought you were talking about the NBA player Matt Barnes. I was like, bro, why would he be in Cobra Kai unless he's a big fan? Mike Barnes. A lot of people did see that. I won't go into it, but Mike Barnes, he's not. I don't think he's going to be in season 4. I think he will be in season 5. But yeah, I mean, if he shows up in the finale of season 4, I mean, that's going to be crazy. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Oh, Terry Silva rocks up to the Kobukai dojo with the car Johnny left on the beach. You know what? If he uses the car, and if he does take that car, and they use that and they mod it again, or maybe he uses it to try and trick the guys, you know, because they know that Johnny had this badass car. Well, Miguel does. Can you imagine if Terry drove to Johnny's address and then saw Miguel, and he had that car, and then he'd be like, "Wait, is Johnny here?" We'll never know. But I don't think Johnny ever spoke to Miguel about the car. I mean, it's the last thing he's going to talk about when Miguel was injured. So yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with that. I actually messaged John Hurwitz a while ago on Instagram, through my other Instagram, and I asked him, I was like, "Are we ever going to see the car again?" And he says, "Never know," or he said like maybe. So it's quite an interesting concept. The car, is it going to have a big deal, or is it just there for the sake of it, or does Johnny try and go back and something goes wrong? Do I think John Crease will die? Creased. I know what you meant though. Crease isn't going to die in season 4. I mean, I almost thought that in season 3 they're going to kill him in season 4. But I think there's so much more they got to do with him, and maybe towards the end of the show they will. I mean, you got to remember this show's. I kind of forgot it is for youngsters, and killing characters off early might not be the best idea. You know, you're growing as the show grows, and I think the best idea is to save that for the end. Have an epic fight, or you know, kill him off in a way that's so natural. Don't just kill him because we need to kill a character. And just kill him if it's necessary for his arc. I mean, he doesn't need to die to have this sort of way. I mean, he could go to prison for what he's done, or you know, he might just suffer more, and that's it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him, but we'll find that out. Will Crease join up with Daniel and Johnny against Silva before the end game? I don't know about this, Evan. I thought about this. If the big twist in the finale is Silva and Crease having a fight, that would be pretty mad. I feel like the only reason Crease would fight Silva is if maybe it's something to do with Johnny and Robbie. Maybe Silva loses control and you know he takes out on Johnny, and or not just Johnny, but takes out on Robbie. And maybe that really hurts Crease, and he doesn't like that, and that's what maybe you know he stands up to Silva about. But I don't imagine him fighting Silva and for any other reason. I mean, these guys are like blood brothers. You know, look at the Vietnam flashbacks. Silva was saying, "I'll be there, Johnny, for wherever it is or whenever you need me." And he did pay that off in Cry Kid 3. He was there for Crease, but also he's picked up the phone. He's gone to see Crease, as we saw in the season 4 teaser. So I don't know. I mean, maybe season 5 they have beef. I think season 4 is not a good time because you just want to see them two together on screen. And maybe season 5, you know, things don't go well. They could kind of go about it. Maybe the end of season 4 there's tension, and then season 5, like, you know, some stuff happens between them. They could go about it like in the way season 2 with Johnny and Crease, and then of course by the end of season 2 you realize Crease was always trying to get back the dojo. So yeah, just think about it in that way. Do I think Kyle is going to injure Dimitri? I don't know if he's going to injure Dimitri, but I do think he's going to injure someone. I just have a feeling like Kyler would be the kind of character that could go and injure someone. If he injures Dimitri, that would be a bit harsh because he already got that injury with his broken arm. I think Hawk will get injured. I did say this in a previous video. It's a little bit I don't know if it's spoilerish, but the medic from the last All Valley tournament was credited for the last episode of season 4. So that means if that medic is coming back in the finale, then surely someone else gets injured. I mean, why else would a medic be in the finale, especially with the tournament there? Unless she's just there in the background and we don't really see her, but we did see her in the tournament in season 1. In season 3, commented on more Miguel's out there. Do you think Johnny will help Devon in the way he helped Miguel? That's an interesting concept, but I think I don't know if she's referring to like new characters more so. Maybe just, like to really make Johnny understand, like, look what you did for Miguel. There's going to be people out there that need your help. I.e., the other characters the students are already in his dojo. Devon, I mean, if she's similar to Miguel, cool. Because then we can see him, helping Devon out. But I don't know who he's referring to or who Carmen's referring to. It's just, we'll probably find that out. But yeah, it's quite interesting. What's the thing you're really excited about season 4? Everything. I mean, I can't pinpoint one thing. I mean, Terry Silver's a big deal. Very excited for that. I'm also just excited for the fact we're getting season 4 very soon. I mean, it's not long now. And also just everything going on, with Daniel and Johnny, seeing it in a new way as well is quite nice. And, seeing more Miguel, Hawk, all of the guys. I mean, I'm excited and I'm sure you guys will feel the same. Seeing Johnny and Crease is going to be something everyone's going to be looking forward to. And flashbacks on him, more flashbacks on Johnny, understanding the character more. That's something I'm really excited to see. I'm also excited to see how they explain what happened to him between the Karate Kid 3 and, present time in Kobukai series. So, yeah. Do you think Johnny and Daniel will get chosen? Mike Barnes and Julie will team up. See, this sounds like a fan fiction everyone wants at the end of like a season. I would love that. But if Daniel and Johnny brought, Chosen and Julie, for example, to the Valley, there would have to be a very good reason. I mean, why for their reasons to be involved? With Daniel, I think the way Chosen said to Daniel when he said, "I wish all rivalries could end like this." Remember that last scene with them in season 3? In episode 5, and Daniel says nothing. Chosen actually asked, what did he mean by that? Maybe Chosen eventually explains the situation to Chosen. I mean, Daniel eventually explains the situation to Chosen about, Johnny and Daniel have been going through this at Kobukai. And Chosen can really give light on that. And I mean, he's someone he can really, really guide Daniel, even though Miyagi isn't around. So I think him coming to the Valley would be for a very good reason. Maybe him and Kamiko come visit Daniel, which would be really nice, and maybe then they get caught up with it. But yeah, I think Julie will have to come in season 5. I think it's too early still. We need to establish Silva and what's going on there. Mike as well. I think that's season 5. But yeah. This is a good question. What aspects of Terry Silver do you think will be different this time? Good question, Dominic. I think the way he approaches things will be a little bit different. I don't think he's going to be just guns and blazing. I mean, he's sneaky, yes, but actually, you know what? He wasn't very guns and blazing. He was sneaking quite good free. So perhaps he is like that, or I think he's just going to be way smarter and think things ahead way more. Like he's probably already going to plan what they do at the tournament way before they even show him like saying that. I think he might. I don't know if he might have his own agenda. We still don't know what he's got up to. I mean, maybe he's got more insane to the point. He might even want that dojo off Crease. I mean, we've never seen or heard Silva running the dojo. I mean, he gave the dojo to Johnny. He opened that dojo, as he said in Karate Kid 3. But have we ever seen Silva in his own dojo teaching students? No, we've never seen that. Because remember, he gave that dojo to Crease. I would love to see that. And can you imagine Silva kicking Crease out, going, "This is I opened Kobukai. It wasn't you, and I'm gonna." That would be a twist. Maybe in season 5, some of that happens. Never know. But I think he's just gonna be. I think we're gonna find out a little bit of a different side to him in the sense, show how grounded he is. He's not just a cartoon villain. There's a lot more to him. So I think we'll really understand the character. I think there was a super chat. I will get to that in a moment. Oh, it will follow this question. Jake Kong, thank you so much for the donation. I thought you had a question. But thank you so much. Let's try and catch up with some of these questions. Have I missed? Oh my god, I missed so much. I see all the oatmeal comments. Oatmeal. Stay healthy, people. Eat your oatmeal. Was Upco Ralph and others great? I don't understand the question. Sorry. If you want to type that out again, his last name is gonna be Silva, Dimitri Silva. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. It might be a completely different surname. Might be something funny. Although someone did say, I think someone made this clear a while ago in, I think it was in one of the classes. It was between A to G. His surname was. Because there was like a list of something, and Dimitri's name is in that, and the surname was A to G. So I think it was something like that. If someone can explain what that was, I can't actually remember the whole reason why people think his name's between that. But there was something within school. I think his name was on a board, and it was a list or something. What's up, Frank? How you doing, man? I think I understand what you mean by the underdog story being over, because like, what's actually going on with him? I think it's a bit of an interesting one. Personally, I think Miguel is gonna finally become that version that we wanted to see in season 3, where he's more badass, he's back on his feet, he can really fight. But I think he's gonna learn a lot more about karate, like more than just one style. Daniel is gonna help him out, I believe, a lot this season. I think it's more of a spiritual thing now. It's just, how can you get back to being really good at karate? Physically, he's getting back, but it's the mental part he needs to keep. He needs to keep his mentality strong. And I'm sure Daniel, apart from Johnny, is the second best person, or the other best person that he could, go to advice for, and how to stay strong, how to be prepared. I mean, Daniel would be the best person to speak to if Johnny's not, the only person he's going to. I definitely feel that. Do you think season 4 will come out? But Frank, that was a great question. Do you think season 4 will come out earlier than December 31st? See, I think it worked with season 3 because it was on January 8th, and then they moved it to New Year's. That worked. I don't know about season 3. I mean, season 4. Like, what, we're going to move it to Christmas Eve? I mean, I don't see the point really. Just to keep it New Year's. I think it works. So just keep it that way. I think that's the best thing. MMA King. What's up, King? Oatmeal time. What is up, bro? How you been? Hello, guys. Wouldn't mind seeing CK fight other dojo students at Topanga at the prom on the street. Will be interesting to see other times. Yeah, I like that. Topanga, I'd like to see more in Topanga. I mean, they're out there. There's other dojos out there we know nothing about. It would be nice to finally see a bit more recognition for them. But obviously, we don't want to take the focus off the main dojos, because if we throw Topanga in, then fans might be like, "Oh, what about this dojo? What about that dojo?" So they're trying to balance it. Topanga's the one dojo I think that stuck out the most. That isn't Miyagi-Do. That isn't Cobra Kai. That isn't Johnny's dojo. So I think Topanga's the one. I think if they were to give Xander Stone, for example, a bigger role, and he was in the school, they included him in that way, then yeah, I mean, he would fit well. But I think the way his character's so poncy, I think he wouldn't be in a public school, he'd be in a private school. Aisha moved to a private school. Who knows? Aisha, meets with Xander in that school because maybe the only karate dojo that affiliates with that private school is, Topanga, or the rich kids go there. And then Aisha goes there just because her parents can afford it. But yeah. Do you think Johnny and Daniel will get chosen Mike Barnes and Judy to help? Oh, I answered this earlier on. Yeah, I pretty much answered your question. What if Johnny's car pulls up to Miyagi Dojo and Daniel's just like, "Where you been?" and Terry gets out? Oh my god, Gabe, this I like that. As Crease would say, that is. Oh wow, that's a really good theory. I love this. But the thing is, surely like he would, unless the windows are so tinted he can't see Terry. I can see this happening, but if the windows aren't tinted, then he's gonna see Terry coming. If it was like in the evening and he couldn't see him, he's like, Johnny, he's got his car back. I mean, there must have been a point where Johnny referred to that, or Daniel asked him about that off screen and didn't mention it. But dude, I would love that. Can you imagine the end of an episode? Daniel was like, "Oh, Johnny, I was wondering where you were," and then like Silva's like, "Hey, Danny boy," and then Daniel's like, "What the?" And then there's a fight. Bang. Gabe, that's a great idea. I love this. That is something. If that doesn't happen, that's a missed opportunity. That's what I'm gonna say. I cannot wait to see Terry and Daniel see each other for the first time in season 4. And what do you think is going to happen? Well, what Gabe just said there really kind of comes into this. I mean, I think there will be some big reaction on both sides. I don't know if Daniel's going to get more reactive than Silva, or does Silva react more? I think Daniel would, because of the trauma he got from that. And, you saw the way he reacted to Kobukai reopening, the way he reacted to, to Chosen in season 3, the flashbacks, and then seeing Silva. Wow, I think that's gonna come to the point. He might get really physical when he sees Silva, because that's a lot. But yeah. Sam versus Kyla. Jake, that's a theory I think a lot of people would like to see, because I think she might beat Kyla at the tournament. Think about it. She never actually fought Kyla, and she could have in the school after she confronts him about, what he's been saying about her, about, the whole cinema situation. But then obviously Miguel struck first and he came in, said Kyla's an arsehole. So he forgot Sam at that point. Sam whooping his ass at the tournament would be quite interesting, because not only she finally gets to beat him for what he's done, but it's a moment of like, she can do it, and she's badass enough. But also, I want Kyla to want to fight really well before he fights Sam. I mean, I can see that maybe being a quarter finals kind of fight. It would be cool to see that, or they could go about it in a sense when Daniel fought Dutch. Maybe Kyla tries to intimidate Sam before the tournament, and similar way to how Dutch did that to Daniel in the locker room. Maybe right before they go outside, he does this. I think that would be quite a cool idea. So I think Sam Kyla would be a really cool fight to watch. Maybe if it's not the tournament, if it's in the street, that would be quite insane. But we'll see. Kobukai World. Do you think Crease and Silva will split in season 5? I mean, I was saying about this earlier on. If they do something into season 4, that would be quite crazy. But I think the tension would run more in season 5. I mean, dude, we haven't even seen season 4 yet, so I don't know. But let's just wait and see season 4. Then we can start thinking more in what they do with season 5. I hope Dimitri has a scene in season 4 where he's fighting Cobras completely by himself. Would be pretty cool. And if they show how good he's got at fighting, that'd be pretty mad. They go to pop culture. What's up, RJ? How you doing, man? Oatmeal. Oh man. Other that we know who would win. Oh, Sam vs. Kai could be interesting because it almost happened season 1. Yeah. As I was saying, other than that, we know who would win. Do you think Kyla would win? Or Sam? I want to know. Oh, Bert winning a round. Yes. Yes, they have to make Bert win a round, I swear. They have to. J Primo, what's up, man? What's up, bruh? How you doing? RJ loves saying that to annoy people, eh? Sensei Solo, what's up, man? How you doing? Talking straight with Nate. What's good, bruh? Do you think Karma will be pregnant in season 4? I don't know. I think that's so much going on if they did that. Maybe her and Johnny, are finally together. I remember someone mentioning to me a while ago in a stream about marriage. I can see that happening maybe towards the end of season, which would be interesting. Which would be really cool though. Do you think Amanda will break up with Daniel if Kobukai wins? Wait. You really think Amanda's... Wait, Bryce, please tell me. I want to know the context on your question. Are you thinking that... Wait, you think Amanda would, or are you just curious, as a crazy thing? I don't understand why, because she hates Kobukai. She doesn't like Crease. She doesn't like any of these people. She doesn't like what they're trying to do. I don't see that ever happening. It's a funny question though, but yeah, just think about it. Amanda is she really supports Daniel. Like, if Kobukai win, I don't think she breaks up with Daniel. I think she would offer more moral support and how to get through it. Maybe she's in such a state of shock she doesn't even know what to do. Perhaps she just... I don't even know how Amanda's going to react because Daniel and Johnny are going to be in a state of shock if they don't win. So I don't see Amanda ever leaving Daniel's side unless it was, some sort of crazy plot where she had to leave Daniel for her own good, or he was under threat, or something crazy happened. But I don't think the show would go that berserk in that way. I don't think that would ever happen personally. Yeah. Could the medic not be a flashback from season 1? Yes, I mean, you never know, but I don't know. Maybe if Robbie's gonna injure someone, maybe he thinks of a flashback. That's the only way I can imagine there being a flashback with this medic. And he maybe just thinks, I don't want to injure anyone. But it would be crazy if he stopped. What if Crease tells him to sweep the leg or, put him out of commission, and he's like, I ain't gonna do that. And he willingly doesn't do it. And that's when he realizes Kobukai just take it too far. But maybe he realizes why he took it too far in the first place. Maybe he gets flashbacks to the school fight and he's like, I don't want to injure anyone again and put them through what I did. Even if it's not them getting in a coma, it's still going to be bad. But yeah. Jake, thank you so much for another donation. Appreciate that. What my most wanted scenes for season 4? I'm not gonna lie, but I think my most wanted fight scenes from season 4. This is tough. Well, I think I don't want to say the typical fights that we all know and want to see. Terry Silva and Daniel, Johnny fighting Silva, Crease and Daniel again. I want to see Hawk and Kyla fight, Dimitri and Kyla. I want to see Anthony fight Silva. I was joking. I want to see Anthony fight someone. I want him to get his taco with the whipped cream and smack it in someone's face and be like, "What, bitch?" That'd be funny. That would be crazy. This is a good question though, because there's gonna be Sam and Tori at the tournament. That's something I really want to see. Who else? There's definitely a few people I've missed. Miguel and Kylo at the tournament would be cool. I really want to see Miguel whoop him again. But with ease, maybe. Who else? It would be cool to see Sam and Robbie fight, even if it's not in the tournament, and Miguel and Tori fight. That would be something I would like to see. It would be quite cool. I hope there's a Lakers game in season 4. That'd be dope. Oh my god, they better do this. I remember in season 1 when Sam said Lonzo Ball with the fadeaway. This is where I realized Sam is the most annoying character. No, I'm just kidding. This is where I realized Sam needs to go to a Lakers game. She said Lonzo Ball with the fadeaway. Lonzo Ball with guys. If you are an NBA fan, you know the biggest fadeaway guy is Kobe Bryant. Why the hell would you say Lonzo Ball? I actually want to ask the big three this question when I get the chance. Like, why the hell would you say that? It's still beyond me, but anyway. G-Rod is Miguel's dad. Listen, if G-Rod is, he's kept that quiet, I'll tell you that. He said he's not involved in season 5. He said this because a lot of people were asking him. So I don't think he is going to be Miguel's father for that reason. Although I would love to see Miguel, have his father revealed in the next season. And I'd love to see G-Rod back in the future because that would be amazing. I think he's talking about season 4. I don't know about season 5, but I think he will, let us know if he's going to be in it at some point, if he's allowed. But G-Rod as Miguel's father would be crazy. But the way he said coma kid, he's not a very good father, clearly, if he knows what happened to his son, That's crazy. On Instagram for Kobukai season 5's announcement, Martin Grove said, "The valley is mine. It's always been." Does that tease Crease and Silva winning? You know what? I saw this on Twitter, that exact same tweet, or he said the same thing pretty much. When season 5 was announced, I think Martin Cove does tease a lot of things, and I remember there was a post and people were going, "Oh, Martin Cove said this about season 4 wrapping up. Like, does this mean Crease is going to die?" But he might have not been teasing that in that post, but with this post, yeah, he might have been teasing that they win. But he says the valley is mine, not the valley is ours. Perhaps it's a moment of teasing what happens between them two. Not entirely sure, but maybe Martin Cove just wanted to go with the cool quote for what he's saying, so maybe he went for that. Hello, Melissa. Good to see you. What's up, Connor? Ben Metello's here. Where's my admin? My moderator. Where is he at? Hey Tash, how you doing? If Robbie, Tori, and Kobukai win the tournament, you think they open Dojo Low Valley for? Yes, Sensei Solo. This is what I think will happen. They'll expand. Actually, I still have to do a video on. A lot of people have been asking me in the past, and I did have it sat on the side, but I really want to put this video out. I don't know if I should do it right before season 4 or do it now. Just about what I think the ending will be for season 4, because it's been so hard to say how I feel about it, but obviously it's like a prediction, so I should probably do a video on that and explain how I think it will go about. But this is one of the concepts I think they're going to bring back. I think it would really retcon Cry Kid 3. It'd give that more importance. They'd kind of be doing giving it that justice, like how Endgame had all these references in Ultron that were paid off. I loved what they did, and that gave Age of Ultron a bigger importance, and people took the film more seriously. So people will give that respect for Cry Kid 3 if they do things like this, and the creators for Kobukai are very smart, so they must know what they're doing. Tash Hawk, what is up? Quite a few questions. I'm probably gonna do another 10 minutes on this, and and then I got to head off. But this will be really fun to get a few more. Oh wow! Oh my god! Oh my god, Rory! Does he know what that means? How can Oatmeal win the tournament? Oatmeal is the goat. Oh, Jesus! Oh man! All right, I actually need to get. Let's ask some good questions. Ashwin, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. There'll be more in the future. Don't you worry. I need to honestly make this a weekly thing again. I've been very random about it. It used to be Sundays, but honestly, man, I keep getting caught up with stuff on Sundays, and sometimes it changes. So I will probably let you guys know there'll be a stream once a week, and I'll just do it, whenever it fits. What's up, Chase? What if Dimitri and Hawk have a fight scene together in Dojo? Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see them absolutely beat the hell out of some Cobras and show how good they are fighting together. Like, that would be so badass. That would be crazy. Oh, who would win in a fight, Sean or Kyler? Well, they're both very similar, but because Kyler is learning karate now and he already knows wrestling, and he's a natural athlete, I think he would win. And I know Sean's more physical, but Sean's more of a grappler to me. Bit of a brawler as well. I think if Sean trains as much as Kyler does with Kobukai, then I think Sean wins. But I think right now Kyler will, and that's with context. That's with the nuance. There you go, bruh. Where's the chosen one? I need his context and nuance. You guys make me laugh, man. Okay, we got quite a few repeat questions. I like this, Kevin the Speeder. What's up, man? I've seen you a few times regularly. Do you think we could get a scene of Johnny going with Daniel to visit Miguel's? Sorry, my bad. Miyagi's grave. That would be nice if, he went with Daniel to the grave and just paid his respects. Like, I appreciate you, saving me from my sensei or from Crease. If he said something like that to listen, if this happens where Johnny goes with Daniel to Miyagi's grave and then Johnny says like just thanks about saving him from Crease and Crikey 2, just really nice retcon there. That would honestly be a really heartfelt moment, and I think Daniel and Johnny would be like even tighter as like friends. That would really put all their past aside. I don't think school fight, but I think there'll be tensions in the school, but it will be at the prom because I think the prom is a perfect way of doing another school fight, but keeping it fresh. I think that would work nicely. So yeah, I really want to see this prom fight. That would be. I said this to Drew. I think Kobukai Kid. It would be like Sky High. I don't know if you guys have seen that film. It's an old Disney film now. In the noughties, Kurt Russell was in it. There's a few young actors in there that are quite big now from the film, and they literally were like, they had like a prom fight at the end. It's really badass. Yeah, I hope they do something like this. Melissa, do you think that Tori's mum will die and Crease will hide that from her? Oh, now that would be insane because maybe Crease in a twisted way would see how bad that was in the moment, but then he's like, that worked on me, so could I do that on Tori? If he really wants to keep Tori by his side and manipulate her, he might do this, but wow, that would really bring out an even dark side to Crease. I mean, yeah, manipulating kids is bad, and obviously him trying to kill Johnny and Daniel was bad enough, but that's crazy, yeah. That would honestly be crazy. I think if something happens to Tori's mum, what happens to her brother then? She's not old enough to look after her brother. She really needs support. Does that mean she kind of gets adopted, or does someone come in to look after her? Or, I mean, we don't know what happened with her father. We still don't know. So, if if something happens to her mum, then maybe something happens to her brother because she can't really be lawfully allowed to look after her brother that young. Maybe becomes a foster. You never know. If the brother gets more involved in her story and we see more of her, we see like him more often, and see who the mother is, that would be quite interesting. Yeah. Who do I think Terry's going to influence? Pretty much everybody, but I think Robbie specifically, because Crease is going to be like, this is the guy. This is who think. This is Johnny's son. We can really make him into this and that. He's got exactly what Johnny had when we won it. He will say this to Crease. I mean, he'll say this to Silva, also Tori as well. But I think he knows so much about Tori already. But I think he's wanting to know more about Robbie, and I think Silva's gonna definitely cement his legacy with Cobra Kai. I think Silva will be the anchor for Robbie to stay in Cobra Kai. Maybe we'll see how they go about that. It's still going to be interesting, no matter how they do it. I'm hoping they do. I hope Hawk apologizes to Daniel about the whole medal thing. I hope Daniel forgives him. But I hope he sees that Hawk isn't the person he thinks he is, like a bad guy, like what he did. Like Daniel will say, you can change. I was once in Cobra Kai. I did a bad thing once, punched someone, at like it was at a club, wasn't it? Also some sort of event. Daniel punched that guy. And yeah, just saw how crazy it was. Silva being there as well. But yeah, hey, look who it is, the chosen one. What's up, my bro? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Man, it's good to see you, Jacob. Go and subscribe to Jacob. He's a good one. They should make Karate Kid 4 a return to Okinawa, a proper sequel. I'm so confused what you mean. There already is a Karate Kid 4. Do you mean they make another Karate Kid film? I'm a bit confused on that. But please explain, because that sounds quite interesting. Yeah, 4-0. Great game. It was great. Sucks that Werner and Lukaku got injured. I was a bit surprised they both played. I mean, we don't think we needed two of them against Malmo, but they did great. And hopefully the injuries aren't bad. Touch wood. Shumin, okay, this is a Marvel question, which is interesting. What's your favorite Spider movie and your least favorite? I think they're all good in their own way, I'll be honest. But because I've rewatched them more recently and I really did like them. But if I'm gonna go with the most favorite, it's got to be one of the Tobey Maguire films. Maybe Spider-Man 2, or and least favorite, maybe Homecoming. Just because he's so like childlike in it, and he's not as adult like, but it's because it was aimed at a younger audience. I mean, I'm young, but I'm not 13 or 12 years old. Like, it was mainly aimed at that kind of age group. So I would say that would be my least favorite. But then there's some good things about it. I don't hate any Spider-Man film. I don't have an agenda against any film. It's really hard to choose what's my favorite. But yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 is just so good. Like Doc Ock, Alfred Molina killed it. Tobey Maguire killed that film. They just did amazing stuff with that. Maybe the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, because Green Goblin in that, man. Okay, let's go back to some season 4 questions. Do you think Tori and Robbie will be boyfriend and girlfriend in season 4 and season 5? I think season 4 they'll establish some sort of relationship. Yes, season 5 might go, or they keep it going and they kind of prove to Sam and Miguel that they can come, be together more often than they did without the trouble. But I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting. TCK, that's a good one. What's your favorite episode of Kobukai? My favorite episode, probably the finale, man. Just the amount of chaos that happened in that, it was so good, and each season gets better, and like, I just can't wait to see what they do in season 4. I mean, I think that episode definitely, I think that's the best episode, and it could be I think it is my favorite. Although I think episode 5 when Daniel sees Chosen, that's still one of my favorites from season 3. Like, I just love what they did with him, and to bring a legacy character back, but doing it in that way, amazing, right? And all the Miyagi stuff, it was really heartfelt, and it really felt like Karate Kid in those moments. So I loved it. Probably that one, yeah. But it always will change, But yeah. Cobra Kai Teen, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. What's up, Kira? Hope you're well. TCK, you got to make a video and literally put that as the title, please. That would be so funny. Oh my god. Facts, Chosen One. This is why I'm not worried about what they do with Cobra Kai after season 4, 5, 6, because the show gets better as it gets going, and look how they've come so far. I mean, it does get better. I remember Drew said this, like, he got asked, "Oh, what's your favorite season?" Well, I would say season 1, but then season 2 comes out, and then season 3 comes out, and then season 4. Like, the new season's gonna be your favorite because they just keep blowing your mind, and the way the writers write such greatness in the story, and to bring out how they do things, the twists, the way they make things happen, it's like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. And shout out to Contenders, because this is a nice tea they gave me. I mean, look at that. Peng, right? Shout out Contenders Clothing. Check out the site Contenders Clothing. I have a discount code CK Nation. You get 20% off, so don't forget to use it. Okay, just give them a little shout out because they're a great brand and I love what they do, man. They have some awesome stuff, and this merch is nice. Do I think Miguel and Sam will stay together? I think they will finally. I think they'll evolve their relationship more, and they'll probably be more mature about it. Hopefully no more understandings get in the way, but you never know with the show how they go about it. But yeah, yeah, that was a really great episode. I mean, it's not just the Okinawa stuff, it's like, the stuff with the Miyagi's fighting the Cobras in the arcade. You had or the laser plays, but it was within the arcade. The stuff with Robbie and Juvie fighting Sean, that was pretty badass. But yeah. If my calculations are correct, when season 4 drops on December 31st, you're going to see some serious shit. Is that a reference to anything you know, Ben, or are you just saying it like, yeah, it's going to be like crazy good? Yeah. Release the oatmeal cut. Do you know what, Mega Cloud? A great question. I would love to. You know what? Of course, I want to see. I want to see a 2-hour episode. I want to see an Endgame level cut. I mean, come on, man. I want to see as much as we can in the finale. I want them to do so much in it. It would be so good. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah. Will RJ be the new love interest for Sam in season 5? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know. Um, maybe Mr. Still Your Girl will come in and swoop every girl, and that will be it. RJ won't have no Mary. um, that would technically be a movie. A 2-hour episode would feel like a movie. Yeah, I mean, I hope they do an hour episode at least, because I love a good finale that lasts long. You know, we all do. Do you know what, guys? I think I can't see any more questions that are season 4 that I've already answered. If I missed any, please say them. If I didn't get to get round to them, I'll try and finish this off with a few more. Oh, do you think Johnny will start struggling financially in season 4 and will get a new job? You know, this is interesting. Maybe he's got a bit of money and he's not too worried about the situation, but I'm hoping Daniel will just help him somewhat, because his focus is all on the tournament. I mean, if he gets a new job, works for Daniel, that'd be quite funny. But yeah, the fact he relies on students, you know, them paying for lessons, and Daniel didn't. He offered them for free. That's going to be an interesting thing, but they will figure that out, I think, in the season. Perhaps that's where there's a bit of tension with Daniel and Johnny, that he needs that bit of money, and Daniel's like, he doesn't. Yeah. But if there's any more questions, what's your favorite season of Cobra Kai? Season 3. Robbie be the next Mike Barnes? I think he's going to be more than Mike Barnes ever was. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting what to do with Robbie. Does love really conquer all the? Clearly not, because think about it. Love between Sam and Miguel caused the school fight. Tori loved Miguel, cared about him in a way, and look what happened. Her and Sam started the fight, or you know, spiraled out with that kissy, and just don't kiss a girl if you are basically left there. Don't go back to her, okay? Don't do that, because then there will be a school fight. Nah. Do you think Betsy's alive? Oh, you know, that'll be a twist if we find that out, and Crease finds out that Captain Turner did that just so, you know, they would try and kill each other, because then maybe neither of them would have survived if they didn't fight each other. So Captain Turner just like, all right, let's test Crease, see what he's got. I'm gonna die anyway. So, well, I mean, one of us is gonna die. Let's just see. So he used the Betsy's death to motivate Crease to fight, but maybe Betsy was alive. That'd be quite a twist. That would actually be a curveball for Crease. So yeah, Chosen Vader. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I told you guys. I told you, season 4 is not far away. And look where we are. Crazy. Jacob. She doesn't love you. She loves me. Then why did it happen? Okay, that quote. She doesn't love you. She loves me is hilarious, but the what then why did it happen part always makes me laugh as well. Like, let's not forget that bit. It was too funny, both of the quotes. It's like, these boys, stop fighting over a girl. Like, just talk your shit out. I mean, they're quite young, so I guess, you know, they think about this girl as like the love of their lives. She doesn't love you, she loves oatmeal. Decent gay. Well, that sounds very much like Mary Jane. All right, guys. I'm gonna head off. This has been really fun to do. Don't worry, I'm gonna be doing regular streams. Thanks to everyone tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure you have subscribed. And if they do a spin-off series on Simon RJ, that would be pretty dope. Guys, thank you so much for your support. We have so close to 16K. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this and you're going, this guy's got quite an interesting stream, he's doing something cool, then why aren't you looking at that subscribe button right now? If you aren't, the No Mercy ghost is going to come and see you, and he's going to slap you in the face. He's going to go, that's for not subscribing to CKN. I'm just kidding. But yeah, please subscribe, turn on notifications, smash the like button. I'll see you guys next time. Let's see if you guys like this outro, yeah? Yeah?